Go ahead and try, hit me if you're able. Can't you see that my relationship is stable? I can see you hate the way we intermingle, but I think you're just mad cause you're single.
What's up, guys? This is D1 with Ronnie, and this is going to be My Little Pony episode 15. I do not have the title name, so let's just say it's episode 15 of season 5 of My Little Pony. Now, from my experiment on last week's episode with the new logo thing at the corner there, after maybe 5 minutes after that episode, I was like, Dan will be perfect. Dan has to be in the corner now. And so far, I got the responses that I was hoping for. I got the responses that liked him for him being there and also doing a little mini comments that he's been doing. And I got the ones that hate him, which meaning it's a good thing. Because the whole point of me putting something in the corner there to begin with is to have it be distracting. Because if it's distracting, then your mind is focused on other things, which is the whole point of a blind reaction series. You're not supposed to really be paying attention to this unless there's something important to look at while this guy's reacting to it. And if there's something extra in between, like a watermark, which is like Dan being a really good watermark because you notice him, that's a good thing. That Hasbro currently, right now, has not looked, because YouTube's algorithm, I think I said that right, and it's probably not the actual thing, but let's just call it an algorithm. The YouTube's process on videos and how the copyright works, it's like a little machine deal. It auto looks at all the different kind of audios and functionalities of a particular video. I got this from a video about how to get rid of copyright claim on things and using a fair use. And right now, they went straight to my Steven Universe episode, and some of my My Little Pony things, but the one where I had Dan on it does not have anything on it. And since I don't monetize anything, I don't really draw attention to myself on those. So that's good. So Dan might be here to stay. I might switch him out, maybe if I find something a little bit cooler. But yeah, and at first, his little comments was just going to be a first-time deal for the only episode, just because, it's Dan and My Little Pony, and since I love Dan versus having him be in My Little Pony would be great, and also doing little mini comments. Since I know Dan, since I'm one of the guys who actually watched this entire series on YouTube, I mean, really, I'm one of the guys. Another dude did it too. Check him out if you can find him. I don't really remember his name, so I can't really say it. But I know Dan, and I know what he would probably say in certain situations. So if the need calls for it, this angry guy will say something. All right. Well, let's get started. I'm just getting crazy. All right. 3, 2, 1 now. Wow. Immediate continuity. Huh? I love that.
Oh, Fancy Saddles, don't you just love my new FiM Mystique chic line of gowns?
Sequins and sashes, Rarity, they're exquisite. Where in Equestria did you find the inspiration?
Oh, I modeled them after the adventures of Shadow Spade. Her stories are always full of mystery and suspense and best of all, fabulous costumes.
They're perfect. What are you doing?
Oh, just making some minor adjustments. Shadow Spade believes it all comes down to attention to detail. And so do I.
Nice.
There. Now it's perfect. Hey, guys! My bad.
That is the second time this has happened. What is this? Is this a running thing for both Steven Universe and My Little Pony? I mean, okay. Jeez, in the last episode I watched, Pinkie Pie came out of nowhere and shocked me. And now it's Rainbow Dash. Oh, jeez, okay. Anyway, okay, I like the immediate continuity. Literally, I think probably maybe a day has passed, or maybe a few weeks, who knows how time passes in the Ponyverse. But let's just say not too long has passed since Rarity opened a boutique, and we're just going straight after the last episode. I like that. Still in this setting, I guess I can put it.
Sorry I messed up your dress thingy.
Nothing we can't fix in a stitch. What are you doing in Canterlot?
I'm here for Princess Celestia's Royal Garden opening tomorrow.
Wow, okay.
Yes. Rumor has it the gardens are especially lush this season.
Rarity investigate.
I bet that the Wonderbolts will be kicking things off with an aerial display.
You heard right. And Rainbow Dash is here to fly with them. So exciting.
Oh, that's awesome!
Kind of exciting. Technically, I'm not flying. I'm just the lucky reserve who was called in to be the backup flyer in case a Wonderbolt can't perform. Oh, don't be so mean.
And you know, accidentally doesn't show up.
The one chosen. It is
Exactly.
pretty sweet. And I do get to stay in the castle, hang out with the Wonderbolts, and eat awesome food at the dinner tonight.
This has been a while.
Dinner, you're still coming, right? Heavens, yes. A chance to dress up, be charming, and show off my newest feminist couture. I wouldn't miss it for all of Equestria. Great.
Strike a pose. And didn't I say something last episode that I wanted to see this place like in another episode? I didn't mean like immediately, but hey.
Rhinestones I ordered.
I guess you need to fix that door if it does that much damage.
Oh, there's been a mistake. I ordered dragon cut stones, and these are hoof polished.
I'm sorry, but I've got a full load of deliveries today. I'm not sure I have time to redo your order.
This guy's cutie mark though.
Oh, of course you don't. Your job is so difficult. Honestly, I don't know how you keep all of those orders straight.
Oh, it is
Wow.
pretty tough. And what with the boxes all being box-shaped.
Ooh, wow.
Oh, yes, and I very much appreciate it. But if there was any way you could squeeze in one more little delivery, I would be eternally grateful.
What?
Well, for you, Rarity, I'll see what I can do.
Generosity! Show it to your generous.
Rarity, you could
Yes.
sweet talk a filly out of candy.
Oh, it was nothing. No pony minds a compliment.
Or a small purple dragon out of anything.
Must help me pick out an outfit
Into
for
a
tonight.
pincushion.
Something from the new collection, of course.
Oh, wow. Hey, Celestia, long time no see, too. Oh, jeez.
Let's grab some grub. Is that juniper phoenix I smell? No, it's broccoli.
Okay.
Yeah, Juniper Phoenix is one of my favorite stallion colognes.
Huh.
Mine as well. It's masculine and it's soft, with the barest hint of floral notes. Rarity, don't you know who this is?
A very famous Wonderbolt, I'm gonna guess.
With fabulous taste in colognes and scarves? It's Wind Rider! Oh, so nice to meet you. You didn't let me finish. He's a living legend. He
Of
holds the Wonderbolt record in the
course.
Mustang Marathon.
Of course.
Well, that was a
And he has
long
your same
time
color
ago.
scheme, sorta.
Honestly, I
Maybe just a
can't
tad
believe I
bit
still
darker.
hold the record.
Wind Rider, I see you met Rainbow Dash. She's one of our most promising reserves. She just might beat your record.
I'm nowhere near as good as you.
Shots have been fired.
Fast, but I don't have the endurance to go long distances.
Wow.
Don't be modest. A little practice and you'll be beating records in no time.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Phillies.
Not as nice as it is to meet you, sir. I can't believe I just met Wind Rider.
Yeah, he's coming out of retirement to take the spot of honor in the center of our aerial flower formation tomorrow.
Hmm.
Really? That's incredible.
Smooth.
Guess I'll just watch Wind Rider being awesome from the sidelines. Practice tomorrow was gonna be so boring. I don't suppose I could keep you company.
Wow.
You could. They always let friends and family come watch practices. Oh, sorry about that. Let me help clean that up. Oh,
Whoa. Okay.
almost impossible to get stains out of silk, but not to worry.
Not without Tide.
I've come prepared.
Product placement.
That dinner was absolutely divine. Thanks for inviting me.
Wait, sponsor. There we go. That was a better one.
East Tower? Those rooms have the best view of Canterlot.
How lucky are we? Well, we better get some shut-eye before practice.
I like how you get. I like.
See you tomorrow.
Never mind.
Good night.
Very Rarity-centric these past two episodes, huh? Hmm.
Thanks for keeping me company, Rarity. If you weren't here, well, I don't know who I'd be talking to right now.
You'd be talking to me.
Rainbow Dash. Spitfire's mom sent a message that she was sick. She had to leave to take care of her.
Wow.
Oh no! I hope her mom's okay.
Me too. In the meantime, we need you to fly at her place.
Of course.
Like in the actual show?
Unless Spitfire comes back, yes.
I won't let you down, Soren.
Dude, did you just have like forever bags on your eyes?
Best thing ever.
I think you need to get that checked.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh! I'm gonna get to fly with Wind Rider and the Wonderbolt, 'cause I'm the bestest and I'm awesome and they know it.
And just very okay.
Can I have this, darling?
Yes. If you stop it, it's just gonna be worse for everyone else.
Hello there, a friend or family?
Family. My
Oh.
daughter's a Wonderbolt, but I don't see her up there. Do you know Spitfire?
Ooh,
I'm
you're
like-
Spitfire's mom.
Wait.
But I thought you were sick.
Eh?
What?
Well, Spitfire got a note from you saying you weren't feeling well, and she went home to take care of you.
Wait.
I didn't
Okay.
send a note.
That's so strange.
Stormy Flare? Aren't you supposed to be sick? Okay, what's happening?
I don't know, but I do know I didn't send my daughter a note.
Could some pony have sent Spitfire a fake note?
I-
Who would do such a
Okay,
thing?
I'm not gonna jump to
Some
conclusions
pony
because you
wanted
know.
out of the show, I suppose.
Why would any pony want that?
Maybe. So they could take her spot.
Objection! You're obviously the dude that did it. Never mind.
Me? I would never do that to Spitfire.
Deja
Why
vu.
would you think it was me? I did see you and Spitfire leave the dinner together. We were room neighbors in the castle. And you did say you would do anything to fly with Wind Rider. Yeah, but I didn't mean anything.
Spitfire came by my room and told me she had to go see her mom at around midnight. Where were you then?
I
Sleeping?
was asleep at midnight, having this totally amazing dream. There I was at the arena,
Yeah.
flying with Wind Rider
You're-
and the Wonderbolts.
you're not-
like I've always wanted to.
You're not helping. You're not helping yourself.
Not helping.
Exactly. So,
Rainbow Dash, if you can prove that some pony else is behind Spitfire's disappearance before the start of the show, then you can still fly with us. In the meantime, Misty Fly, Blaze, head over to Stormy Flare's house and try to find Spitfire and bring her back. I
Try
have to
to-
warn you, if you sent that letter, the bylaws are clear. I'd have no choice but to ban you from the Wonderbolts forever. Understand?
wow, dude, okay,
I understand.
Soren.
But how am I gonna?
Don't be so
prove I
sore.
Send a letter that I didn't
Bryn.
send? With me.
I'm about to just gonna go.
Detective Rarity is on the case, and we're going to get to the bottom of this faster than my costume change.
Nice.
Yeah, what's with the getup? Obviously, I am channeling Shadow Spade through these gorgeous garments, and she would say that the best way to prove that you didn't send the letter is to find out whoever did. First stop, the scene of the crime.
Or you can go get Twilight to summon the world's best mystery solver,
Long road ahead of us,
Professor
Rainbow
Layton.
Well, not too long because we didn't have much time. But the point is, I was up for the challenge. There I was, surveying the crime scene and looking très chic while doing it. This must be the envelope for the letter Spitfire got. These look like hairs from a rainbow mane.
Wait,
That's not good.
wait. Okay, I get.
Rainbow Dash was getting antsy, but I had faith I could clear her name and find the real culprit. What are you doing? Oh, just thinking thoughts.
Right.
Rainbow Dash was right. In order to solve the mystery, we had to be focused, driven, 100% in the... Ooh! The damask pattern on these curtains is exquisite. Oh, and this velvet rope holder. Oh, it's...
Didn't notice
I don't
that-
have time to look at the decor. They're gonna kick me out of the Wonderbolts unless we solve this thing. I know, Rainbow. And I'm on this case like a charm on a bracelet.
Why is that one not
I'm thinking.
holded? Why is that one not?
Pony had to
Okay.
bring Spitfire that letter, which means some pony must have seen them.
I would be one of them being like, why is it black and white?
And I'm sure once we get some things cleared up, we'll...
Come on, Rarity. We don't have all day. Where were you on the night of last night at midnight?
Good,
We were
good
here
comeback.
guarding the hallway entrance like we were supposed to.
Oh, like
I like his voice.
I'm telling you, we were there all night, and no one went in or out of that hallway.
Except for you.
What are you trying to say?
Wow.
Just that there are only 2 rooms in the Northwest Wing, yours and Spitfire's. So the only other pony who had access to that wing was you.
Plot twist, it actually was Rainbow.
Dash's tactics were, well, horrid. It was time for another approach.
I gotta say, if they actually go about that approach, that'd be awesome.
You castle guards
Heartbreaking,
have
but
such
awesome.
a difficult job. I'm guessing that at times it can be rather boring.
It is. I've counted all 345 bolts in the ceiling tiles 293 times.
Dang.
Of course, being a castle guard can be thankless work.
Dang.
I'm not saying you did, but if you took a break, you more than deserved it.
You're right. We don't get a lot of recognition for what we do.
Except for last night when some pony was nice enough to leave a cake for us. So we did take one little break when we ate that cake.
What kind of cake was it?
Cherry with a custard filling?
Was the frosting vanilla or chocolate?
Chocolate.
Was the base of the cake decorated with buttercream rosettes?
It was.
Ugh,
Wow.
Who cares how it was decorated?
Rainbow Dash was questioning my methods, but I knew what I was doing.
Yes, you did.
Did I say that one out loud?
I mean, even I...
You've been saying everything out loud, actually.
I really did want to fly in that show. What if I wrote that note when I was asleep? Do you know what I do when I sleep? Because I sure don't.
Oh, calm down, Rainbow Dash. We'll get to the bottom of this.
That's a good point.
There's only one bakery in
Actually.
Canterlot that makes a chocolate cherry cake with custard filling and buttercream frosting rosettes, and that's Cinnamon Chai's Tea and Cake Shop.
Hello.
How can I help you? I heard you have the best chocolate cherry custard cake with buttercream frosting rosettes in town.
I wonder how long it took them to say that entire line by itself.
We have the only chocolate cherry custard cake with buttercream frosting rosettes in town.
Oh no, but some ponies already bought it. Who was the lucky pony?
I can't even say.
Why? Because it was some pony famous?
No, because it was hard to tell. She was wearing a trench coat, sunglasses, and a scarf around her head that covered most of her face. But I do remember she had a really deep, raspy voice.
What do you mean, raspy?
Well, kind of like yours.
If there's anything else you can remember, dish.
Well, have I got a story for you? The pony who bought the cake threw a big fit when she accidentally got chocolate ganache on her scarf.
That's terrible. What color was the scarf?
Really?
White. No, maybe more than ivory.
You don't say.
I can't believe you're talking fashion at a time like this.
I think she's doing it on purpose this
Don't
time.
panic. I need you to trust me.
Trust you? You spend more time changing clothes than trying to help me. I'm doomed.
Don't
No,
worry.
you're not. Come on.
And yeah, I don't know.
Rainbow Dash was obviously upset, but I had all my ducks in a row. Except one. She was
That poor
not
duck.
going to like it, but there was only one way to find out if my suspicions were correct. We looked everywhere, but Spitfire wasn't at her mom's house. Where could she be? I found the culprit.
Sweet.
Some pony sent Spitfire away and framed Rainbow Dash for it. And that pony was none other than... Wind Rider!
Yay? I don't know. Yours was a little bit better than this, if this is true.
You would accuse Wind Rider of framing me. He's a living legend for pony's sake.
All the evidence points to him.
What evidence could you possibly have?
All
All
of
you did
them.
was ask about cake, admire decor, and change outfits a gazillion times.
Which was awesome.
Lane, I never believed you would send Spitfire away. And when we found the rainbow hairs in Spitfire's room, I could tell they didn't fall out. They were cut. No pony loses hair in a chunk. And look at the ends. It's a straight line. They were clearly cut with shears, which means some pony planted it. Then, when we were examining Spitfire's room, I smelled something on the envelope. Juniper Phoenix, Wind Rider's cologne of choice. Then, in the castle hallway, I noticed some of the damask curtains fell out of their velvet rope holder.
Okay, thank you.
Indicating that some pony had been hiding behind them. Perhaps after they dropped off the fake letter?
Juniper Phoenix is a very popular fragrance, and any pony could have moved those curtains.
Precisely why I questioned the castle guards. They were at their post at the entrance to the hallway all night, except for a small window of time when some pony brought them cake. A cake that was ordered by a girl pony with a raspy voice. Whoever ordered the cake got a chocolate stain on their ivory scarf. And I couldn't help but notice that Wind Rider's scarf is tied in a tight Windsor knot, instead of its usual loose slip knot.
Oh, wow. Attention to detail.
To hide the chocolate stain?
This is preposterous. Wonderbolts, you don't believe a word of this, right?
Just admit it. You're as guilty of framing Rainbow Dash as you are of ruining that ivory scarf.
Yeah, and ruining Sonata's life. Wait, wrong person.
You caught me! I did it!
But why, Wind Rider? Is it because I took the last broccoli at the dinner and you really, really wanted it?
Close.
No, it was because he was afraid that you would break his long-distance Wonderbolt record. I heard him when Spitfire said you were close to breaking his record. He said, and I quote, "Heh. That's the polite but disingenuous laugh you make when you want to seem happy, but really, you're not."
I'm not the only one who knows this. Thank you, Rarity.
Take that out of the Wonderbolts forever. My record would be preserved.
Really?
It's all I have.
Oh, not cool.
It's all I have.
Coolest Wonderbolt ever, until now.
I
Yeah,
did
man.
what I had to do to protect my record. Sometimes you gotta play dirty to be the best.
Yes, blackmail. I mean, again, wrong person. Pony.
She's right. Wonderbolts look out for each other. Which reminds me, where is Spitfire?
I sent her the letter pretending to be Stormy Flare. I told her I had Pegasitis, and the only cure is the ice iris in the Crystal Mountains.
No wonder she's been gone so long. Ice irises are almost impossible to find in spring.
The Crystal Mountains are too far for any pony to make it there and back before the Royal Garden opening.
Rainbow Dash.
We need you to
Rainbow
fly
Dash.
in Spitfire's
Rainbow
place.
Dash.
But Spitfire shouldn't have to miss this. I'm gonna get her.
Yeah. Bet.
Then there's no time to lose.
I think you're forgetting who's the fastest thing alive. Wait, wrong hedgehog.
Rainbow Dash is still gone. Oh, don't panic. If I know Rainbow Dash, she'll come through.
Please. Oh man, it would have been awesome to hear a shockwave and then they're there. AKA Sonic Rainboom. That would have been awesome.
I can't believe you made it.
I wouldn't have if Rainbow hadn't found me so fast. Gave me enough time to fly back.
Rare, I couldn't have done it without you. And I'm sorry I doubted you.
You shouldn't doubt your
Tell me
friends.
what you were doing.
Well, I didn't want to get
Because.
your hopes up until I was sure. And I couldn't be sure until I saw that chocolate stain.
Thank you for believing in me. Even when I was doubting you. I'm some friend, huh?
Actually, you're quite a good friend. You went to get Spitfire, even though it meant you couldn't fly today.
I'll get my chance one day.
Or today. How'd you like Wind Rider's spot in the show?
Yeah.
What? You can't do this to me.
Yes, they
I'm
can.
one of the greatest Wonderbolts there ever was.
Let's rephrase that. You used to
For
be.
attempting to frame Rainbow Dash, I hereby strip you of your Wonderbolt status.
Not only do you not have a record, sooner or later she's gonna break it. Now you're just out of the Wonderbolts period. Was it worth it? No. Would you? Would I? Would you? That's a lot of jokes flying all over the place.
Rainbow Dash?
Let her have it. Oh yeah, you can let her. But yeah, this mystery was easy.
The sun, or the center of an aerial flower, as the case may be. And as for me, I got a chance to show off my FiM Mystique chic collection.
That's nice, dear.
Oh,
She's still talking out loud, yes. Oh, wow, okay. Oh man, I actually have to say I love this episode because you know me with some sort of mystery slash need to figure out who did it, who done it, have a look, take that, objection, those kind of things. I love it, and man, this is really reminiscent of the time where my old reactions were when I first watched the Phoenix Wright cross MLP thing. It really reminded me a lot of that because the scenario is sort of kind of the same with Rainbow Dash being the main suspect, and it's besides Phoenix Wright, it's actually Rarity. I really like this. I really hope people who have seen the MLP and Phoenix Wright crossover and watch this episode actually start thinking the same thing too. Because man, dude, I love this episode, and I really like how it's like a back-to-back Rarity episode with some with Rainbow Dash put into it too, because kind of sort of her episode too, sort of, because she does got to get a big achievement. She's now with the Wonderbolts, which is another thing we really wanted. She's not one with the Wonderbolts, but at least she's getting really, really closer than she was when she was in season 1. So you got that. So you got that going for her. And yeah, the only reason why I really had to address how I liked Dan versus Al Noir style a little bit more, because at least when his started, I didn't immediately know the culprit. Okay, so that marks the BMO episode in Adventure Time, Dan versus episode, and this episode as some of my favorite Al Noir style type episodes that I've seen. And man, okay. So I actually want to know your guys' opinion. Yeah, for those of you who watched Dan versus and watch my reaction on Dan versus, do you like the Dan versus one better, this one better, and or do you like the mystery on the train one with Pinkie Pie? Because that one sort of had me stumped a bit until they said multiple people ate part of the cake and stuff like that. And for those of you who say spoilers, it's been out for a long time. You should already know. Yeah, that was cool. But again, the only thing that was knocking down this one was just that you already know who knew who the culprit was, like seconds into the mystery, and seconds into the mystery, and not to mention how I pointed out like his color scheme is almost near identical to Rainbow Dash, so it wouldn't make any sense if he was like a completely different color and he bought the cake, and then they would have been like, well, he was this color. That just knocks down Rainbow Dash completely because you can't do anything else besides that. So yeah, and what really had going for this is how Rarity was finding the clues, and I do like how you had to figure it out yourself. You had to look at it. You had to really do what people are good with attention to detail are. She didn't say anything about them until she was completely sure. And on our side, she didn't say anything about it because we ourselves need to figure out how can we debunk these sort of situations. The only one that really got me stumped with the cake, because of course I didn't know there was only one particular place that cake could be made. So don't hold me on that one, but yeah, the hair makes sense because it doesn't just fall out in like clumps and looks very snipped, and it looks unnatural for hair to fall out like that. The curtains, I immediately saw how weird that was. So far, everything, and how his neckerchief was folded, I didn't notice that until pretty much the last second when they really had like a wide view on him. So these episodes will always get like a good kick out of me because not only is it Dan versus being the newest version, but you know, Professor Layton has been one of my new favorites of video games to play. I think I already told you guys that I had to play like a whole bunch of Professor Layton games before I wanted to get to Professor Layton cross Phoenix Wright thing for the 3DS, and then I showed that I had. So yeah, both Phoenix Wright and Professor Layton love those deal. And if I'm the only person who thinks about the My Little Pony and Phoenix Wright crossover, yeah, then I'm just thinking too much on the matter. But I'm come on, guys, you get it. It was great. It was a great episode. So yeah, okay, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. And again, maybe sooner or later I might replace Dan with another still image, because there was, well, I can't say there was one person who doesn't like it, how Dan is a constant moving thing, and if he wasn't moving, I really don't see, the whole point of him is for him to be distracting. That's it. That's if he's distracting, he's doing a good job. Like the people who complain about the audio and me talking over the video, I'm doing my job right. And wait, no, let me rephrase that. I'm doing my hobby right, because if this was a job, I would really not enjoy this as much as I am. So yeah, this is Do1 Bit of Brownie. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
You were the fire burning brightly through my soul. You made my knees go